Hello, everyone, and welcome to Edie's Attic. My name is Jenny, and I am an intuitive empath. And I have created this channel in order to give you divine guidance and inspiration and understanding into your higher selves. These messages are always created with your highest good in mind, and to help you along your journey. They're not always going to give you the straight answers that perhaps you seek, but more so as a guide for you to dive deep into your own heart and soul and understand yourself at a deeper level and to obtain the answers through divine. It's kind of like a guidebook in a way, to where you're learning ways to break down the walls that you've created within your own mind and soul, and to picking them apart and walking through them room by room and rediscovering yourself in a whole new way. So with that being said, I do have a channeled message from Divine for you in regards to the new year that we are approaching in about 2 days. But in actuality, time, in my opinion, simply doesn't exist. We do walk a timeline in the physical, while, in my opinion, living through timelines of the past and the future simultaneously. But these messages are to help you move through the physical, as in right now, and advice for you to follow in how to make your next moves. So the first word that I've been getting is Muse, followed by beauty and scruples. So with Muse, I did look into the dictionary terminology of these words. And it says here, a muse is to consider something thoughtfully. As a noun, it means a person who is a source of artistic inspiration. In mythology, the Muses were 9 goddesses who symbolized the arts and sciences. Today, a muse is a person who serves as an artist's inspiration. Now, if we go over to beauty, beauty is the quality present in a thing or a person that gives intense pleasure or deep satisfaction to the mind, whether arising from sensory manifestations as shape, color, sound, etc., a meaningful design or pattern, or something else, as a personality in which high spiritual qualities are manifested. So, Divine wants you to view yourself as you would view others, and to view life and the things that are happening in your life and the people that you are surrounded by, or perhaps people that you don't even know, to look at the beauty that lies within them and within yourself. But more so, at this point, this is a message in regards to you. Really seeing you for your qualities. Looking at yourself, flaws and all, and loving every single nook and cranny, from head to toe, inside out, for soul level, a 3D physical level, really understanding who you are and how beautiful you truly are, and using yourself as a muse in your own life. A muse is finding the artistic inspiration in something that is beautiful, inspiring, to using your own self as like a blank canvas of artistry, to create a life and an experience that you wish for yourself by using yourself as the inspiration. I know it's a little complex and it seems a little bit circular, but it's truly a call for you to take this next phase in our lives, this next year ahead, and to push forward through it. Not even push, flow through it. flow through this next year in a way that you're creating a life that is beautiful and magical. And to each one of us, it's going to be different. Each one of us sees beauty in a different way. But what I feel a lot of us in this community are lacking is to see truly our own beauty and our own worth. I know we can see it in so many people. We always find the beauty in something that others would find perhaps insignificant or unworthy or unbeautiful, but we, for some reason, always can find the beauty in everything that we surround ourselves with. But what we're lacking, what Divine is saying, what we are lacking is the awareness of our own beauty, to see ourselves for truly who we are, and to be so strongly in love with who we are, and taking that love that we have for ourselves to create something more beautiful in our lives is something that they want to see us do. Because when we do that for ourselves, when we step into our power, which is claiming that we love ourselves 100%, we are setting the precedence. We are paving the way. We are way showers. We are showing the way to others to step into their full power and to see their true beauty. And to add to that, when we are truly, fully embracing ourselves and loving ourselves completely, it allows us to be able to love others completely without falter. Now, it also says here, they want to remind you, and this is something my father always used to say to me as a child, to hold on to your scruples. And scruples they're kind of like rules or guidelines or morals. It's hesitant or to be reluctant to do something that one thinks may be wrong. So if it doesn't sit well with your moral compass, and you feel in your soul and in your intuition that it is wrong, that you need to stick by that. Don't be fickle and don't be weak and don't falter because of pressures of society or people around you. To follow your heart and your passions and to hold on to those scruples that you have sown within yourself and that you feel to be true. Also, I've been channeling the song America by Simon and Garfunkel. And it's, in my opinion, I feel that the song is teaching us to explore and to practice freedom. The freedom of now, the freedom of enjoyment, the freedom of following our hearts and passion. And the lyrics go, let us be lovers, we'll marry our fortunes together. I've got some real estate here in my bag. So we bought a pack of cigarettes and Mrs. Wagner's pies and walked off to look for America. Kathy, I said as we boarded a Greyhound in Pittsburgh, Michigan seems like a dream to me now. It took me 4 days to hitchhike from Saginaw. I've gone to look for America. Laughing on a bus, playing games with the faces. She said the man in the garbadine suit was a spy. I said, be careful, his bow tie is really a camera. And it goes on about just traveling and the story of what their travels felt like. And the lyrics really put out this vibe of being relaxed and just having fun and enjoying. They didn't know where they're going to go next or how long it was going to take, but the time between the two places was pure enjoyment and kind of carefree, and whatever happens, happens. So this isn't saying to completely drop all your obligations and responsibilities and to just, I'm getting that movie Office Space where he was hypnotized and he just didn't care. And I guess there's some points to that movie that do make sense though, because sometimes when we care too much and we put so much focus on an achievement or a goal or a deadline, when it doesn't come to be or come to pass, we get so discouraged or disappointed or let down or stressed. And Divine is saying to continue to do the things that you need to do and to, not let your obligations slip to the wayside, but to embrace change and to accept that things will miss, or will, I don't want to say miss, will redirect paths, and to not let that to stumble you. Don't let that throw you off. To go with the flow. To embrace the changes as opportunities. Things not happening the way that you always plan them to happen aren't always a bad thing. Some of these things are meant to be because they're directing you in the path in which you need to go for your highest good. And it's they're saying a much more pleasant journey when you surrender to the change and to the redirections and enjoy the journey versus fighting it and trying to combat the changes and go back to the way that you were because you're so rigid and your way, it has to be my way. I said it was going to happen this way. And, it can really pertain to so many different facets of our lives, not just like in work, but also in planning families and planning relationships, planning, maybe you have a plan of when you want to have a child and you have your heart set on this is how it has to be. I have to have this in order and that in order. And then you find that you are expecting and then you're just feeling like, how am I ever going to do this? This wasn't meant to be now. I had a plan that this was going to happen here or then or whatever, right? Divine's saying, no, it's going to happen now. You are ready. And if you don't feel that you're ready, this is going to create an environment for you to grow in another area that you have ignored. So that's just an example. But whenever things change our path and we have to flow with it, they're usually designed for us to grow in other areas that we haven't been practicing or working on. Divine is always trying to say, okay, well, we've given this aspect of your life a lot of attention over the last 5 years. Now we need to focus on this part because you're ignoring it. And these are all parts of the bigger picture on why you came here and what your journey is about and what you need to learn while you're here on Earth. So I did pull a card after that, and the first card I got out was filter what you see and hear at this time. It's a call to ignoring and filtering out negativity, violence, horror, anything that will trigger depression and anxiety in you, because we want to be in a place of creativity and inspiration and beauty. So be mindful of what you're watching and what you're listening to, because everything will inspire you one way or another. So if you're looking to be inspired in a way that will help you manifest certain things in your life, be mindful that those are the areas that you're listening to and you're watching. For instance, if you're an entrepreneur and you are looking to get into opening up a business or expanding, perhaps you would be listening more to business related materials or very positive, uplifting, inspirational music at this time. Nothing that's going to deter you or get into your thought patterns of failure or not being able to do something, if that makes sense. And I am going to take this to a part 2. So I will catch you on the next one.